That Thing You Do, you know, it's snappy.
Yeah.
Snappy.
It's a hit record.
I was cast in That Thing You Do in September of 1995, and I hadn't really done much up until that point, but it was a big opportunity. Tom Hanks had written a script called That Thing You Do about a band in the 60s.
Well, I have heard your record, Guy, and I like it. I like it a lot.
And my agent sent it to me. They asked me if I had any extra copies of my headshot laying around, and we submitted for it, and I got to read for Tom Hanks for the role. And then a couple weeks later, he called me at home and told me that I got the part, which was really exciting. He actually said I looked like him maybe too much, and he was hesitant to cast me, but he showed my audition tape to his wife Rita, who said, you know, you're crazy, you should cast this guy if you really, really like him for the role. So I have to thank Rita.
I am Spartacus!
I think the most famous line from the movie for me that people quote to me is, I am Spartacus, or you are my biggest fan.
You are my biggest fan.
Which are hilarious lines. They're great to yell at people in any situation. And there's a lot of fans out there. There's a lot of people who really enjoy the movie, which I can get on board with that. It's one of my favorite movies too. It's actually required viewing in my house every Sunday. So, I'm just kidding. So there were a lot of great scenes to shoot in That Thing You Do. I remember being very excited for our first performance at the talent show, because we had been practicing for so long, the actors, the music, we've been practicing it for like 2 months, and that was our first opportunity to play. And we were all a little bit nervous how everyone was going to, you know, perceive it, and it turned out great. So that was really exciting. But I think my favorite moment from the movie is the first time it plays on the radio, and just the way that scene all comes together with Liv Tyler and Ethan Embry hearing it and running down the street, running to the store that I work in, and everyone jumping around and dancing. It was a really fun scene.
This Wonders with the O-N-E, it doesn't work. It's confusing.
Tom Hanks gave me so much advice that I've used my entire career. I really couldn't have started off with a better person to guide me. One of the things that he told me right away was less is more, especially on film. You know, the camera sees everything.
Why couldn't you dump her in Pittsburgh?
One time said to me, you think you're not interesting enough, but you are, you really are, and you just got to trust that. It's been like great advice. And just a lot of just technical stuff, you know, that I've used in filming.
It's very important you don't stink today.
Hey, I make no guarantees.
We all keep in touch still. Steve Zahn was my best man at my wedding. We're very close. Our wives are extremely close, and the kids. And so even though we don't really live near each other anymore, we definitely stay in touch and try to hang out as often as we can. And Jonathan and Ethan and I, we got together and played the music at the Roxy for the GD Comedy Jam, and that was just super fun. It was just supposed to be a laugh, but a lot of people were really excited to see us. We were super nervous all over again, thinking that people would, you know, just be like, what are they doing? But it was really fun.
I quit, Mr. White.
I would say that Jonathan Sheck is the least like his character. He's not this maniacal lead singer. He's just a sweetheart. And who's the most like their character?
It would be ungentlemanly for me to elaborate.
I was probably the most closely resembling their character. In fact, I think that helped me in my audition when I told Tom Hanks that this character was basically paralleling me, but in music instead of acting.
Well, take us there, Sketch.
A lot of people love That Thing You Do, and so do I. And so I always appreciate it. It's a great movie. I love movies that when you are changing channels and you see it and you put down the remote. I know that That Thing You Do is a classic one for that, or it's a feel-good movie that people, you know, just put on a weekend when they want to watch something great. So I'm honored to be in one of those kind of movies.